What does per-person limit mean in auto insurance policy definitions? Have you ever wondered what the term per-person limit means when shopping for auto insurance? Understanding this term is essential for making informed decisions about your coverage. The per-person limit refers to the maximum amount your insurance company will pay for bodily injury expenses for each individual injured in an accident that you are responsible for. This limit is crucial because it applies separately to every injured person involved in a covered accident. To break it down, bodily injury liability coverage usually has two limits expressed as numbers, like 100,000 over 300,000. The first number is the per-person limit, while the second is the per-accident limit. For example, if your per-person limit is $100,000, your insurer will cover up to $100,000 for medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering, and other injury-related costs for each injured person. Now, let's say you cause an accident and injure two people. If your policy has a per-person limit of $50,000, your insurance could pay up to $50,000 for each person's injuries. However, there is also a per-accident limit to consider. If the per-accident limit is $100,000, the total payout for all injured parties combined cannot exceed that amount, even if the individual claims add up to more. This limit is important because it sets the boundaries for your financial protection against injury claims. If one person's medical costs exceed the per-person limit, you could be personally responsible for covering the remaining expenses. Therefore, knowing your per-person limit helps you evaluate whether your coverage is adequate to protect your assets in the event of a serious accident. In summary, the per-person limit is the maximum amount payable for injuries to any one person in an accident. It applies individually to each injured person and works alongside the per-accident limit, which caps total payouts for all injuries in one accident. Understanding this term helps clarify the scope of your bodily injury liability coverage. When shopping for auto insurance, being aware of the per-person limit can guide you in selecting the right coverage limits for your needs.